Although, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever actually seen a pro game on this map that lasted long enough for all the extremities of the map to come into much play. I saw one, the Julyzer game, but no player got past 3 expansions on that game, so the real size of the map never really played a part. And there we do see a lot of factories being put up. Interestingly, a lot of vultures coming out here. I'm surprised we haven't seen any tanks yet. Perhaps because of those massive vultures, all the mines down, neither player wants to invest money in detection to deal with those mines, so they're just going all vultures themselves. And we see that happen sometimes where neither player decides to invest in the detection, and so it ends up being all vultures. And then it's an arms race, and you can't stop building vultures, because if you do, you can't stop building vultures to go tech usually, because if you do, you fall those few vultures behind, you lose a major battle, and then the momentum is against you. And we've seen several players lose games that way because of that. Okay, so both players putting down some mines. I didn't see who that was. I think that was Mind putting down mines in an expansion nearby Uvi's base. So if it does turn into a long game, that might come in as a factor, because then Uvi will have to invest in detection there. And honestly, eventually, there's a Mind picking off a few SCVs there, though. Eventually, they'll have to get some tech. So Uvi is actually getting a starport now. So he is taking up. He's probably going to be going for some dropships soon. I don't imagine he'll be going for science vessels immediately. Actually, he's producing a Wraith. So this could be very interesting, because there's only vultures on the ground. Neither player has gone for Goliaths at all yet, because no player has shown dropships yet. Only 2 Marines on the ground, it looks like, for Mind. So a Wraith could be very damaging, or 2, against Mind, because he doesn't have anything to attack the air. And it looks like Uvi does have a couple less vultures in that spot at least. Okay, there's some more. Uvi mounting his forces right outside of Mind's ramp there. If Mind really wanted to, there is side routes that he could go around, but that would leave his front door unprotected. So Uvi's sending out a Wraith now. I don't think I saw Mind having any an engineering barrier or anything like that. What I'm thinking is probably Uvi will be using this to try and pick away at Mind's economy, which that's also a way to to obviously to gain that little advantage that you need to get a few more vultures to win that battle. And I don't see any engineering barrier at all. There's no armory, so he's got nothing basically to stand up to this Wraith. He's got a couple Marines, but his barracks has been floated way. Oh, he does have a starport too. Okay, so Mind has a starport too. He's going to have a Wraith out any second now, probably. He's getting 2 starports, actually. So he's going to be able to deal with that Wraith pretty easily. It looks like Mind actually might be trying to win in an air battle there, getting a superior air force. Uvi looks like he lost his barracks over in Mind's base, so he's build another one so he can build more factories. So it looks like Mind may be trying to do the same thing. Uvi cleverly boxing in his expansion there, because obviously one of the major things that players like to do with vultures is doing what Mind is trying to do right now, running in some vultures to try and pick off SCVs. Uvi's supply line is not completely closed off. Those vultures are going to be able to get in there. They're taking out SCVs left and right now. All of Uvi's forces are forward right now. Uvi's going to have to bring his SCVs back. Almost all those SCVs are going to die, though. In the meantime, Mind's forces are in a major battle with Uvi's forces over by Mind's base. Uvi has no forces back in his base, but it looks like Uvi is winning this vulture battle. He had his vultures grouped up a little bit better there. I think they were able to concentrate fire a little bit better. But now, no, those vultures not going into Uvi's base. Mind has brought his vultures back to try and take on this main army of Uvi's. If he can take out this battle, he does have more vultures now. It looks like Mind is going to win this battle after all. Oh my god, and Uvi has no forces left. And Mind has at least a dozen vultures heading towards Uvi's base. He has a few vultures there, but it's not going to be enough. He has 1 Wraith there, but I don't think that Wraith is going to do much good. Uvi looking devastated there. He knows that he doesn't have the forces on the ground right now to deal with this. And Mind just absolutely overcoming Uvi's fledgling new army. And oh my god, Mind is in Uvi's base. He has more vultures than Uvi has. Mind has more vultures than Uvi has factories right now. He's in his main. Oh my god, Uvi, GG's. Oh, that has got to be so hard for Uvi. You can see he's disappointed. I mean, this was his chance to rematch to try and show that he could take Mind out after all, and just not able to pull it out. So Mind once again out-macroing the king of macro. Very interesting to see. I have to say I didn't have much regard for Mind before these last few games. I hadn't seen a lot of him though, but he will be interesting to watch in the upcoming Star League to see how he does, especially against the Mania, another Terran, since obviously his Terran versus Terran is pretty on right now. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thanks for listening. It's time for dinner for me.